I'm Chef Sarah and this is Chef Claire. Today we're going to teach you how to make raviolis.
If you're interested in making raviolis, please take out a pencil and paper and take notes.
First, you make your own filling for the raviolis. We made ours out of meat.
You can also make it out of different kinds of cheeses and make your own meat recipe.
But remember, I would do it the night before you start making the pasta and put it in the fridge.
And since it is our secret recipe, you can't have it.
Secondly, we're going to learn how to make real Italian dough from Abby.
First, you put in 2 eggs.
And you beat them.
First, you put in 3 cups of flour.
Yes, exactly,
And
Abby.
then you put a little bit of salt.
A half a teaspoon to be exact. And then we also put in a half a cup of water, then 3/4 of a butter stick melted in the microwave. After mixing it until it looks like this, you knead it, and then we'll bring it to the pasta machine.
Thirdly, Olivia is going to show us how to flatten the pasta dough so that we will be able to make raviolis.
Remember to put a little bit of flour in between on the machine so the dough doesn't get stuck. Secondly, an important thing, you have to make sure that you don't go in any of these. If you do, it'll get ruined. You need to go in this one. And then you have to remember to make sure this is on 1. If it's not on 1, there's going to be holes. Now, I have to knead it. Then I put it on the machine. And I make sure it was on 1. And make sure you roll this way. Then you have to put it to 2. And it's perfect. If you don't, you skip 3 and you go to 4. And then you roll it. And look how well it's done.
Olivia, great job. Now we're going to move over to the part where we actually make the raviolis.
The last step, well, I guess second to last step, is to use the meat and the flattened dough to make the raviolis. So what you do is you scoop up the ravioli meat like this, and then you look at the dough and see where it's good to put the meat so that you can fold it over and it will be a big enough flap so that the meat won't fall out. So like this. After that, you use a cup like this, flip it over, and cut out the dough so that you can use the fork to seal it.
Okay, now this is the fun part. So you get to do a little decoration. You take your ravioli, or it's not exactly a ravioli yet. You take your fork and you press out little designs on the edges. I'll show you in a second what it should look like when it's done. See how it has all those nice little edges? Now, this is the most important part of this whole process. The 4 holes on top. You're probably wondering, why is this so important? Well, if you don't put it, it's going to explode in the pot, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure you put 4 tiny holes on top. Okay, everyone. Now you probably think you're finished, but you just have a few more steps before they're ready to eat. Now, after you make the raviolis, you put them on a canvas filled with flour. You leave it there for a few minutes. And after a few minutes, you flip them over from this to this, okay? The point of doing this is to dry out the raviolis before you make them. After they're all dried out,
You let Claire
you
do
put them in the fridge,
Okay.
and when you want to eat them, you take them out, you boil them for 10 minutes, and then they're ready to eat. You can put some marinara sauce, some fettuccine. You can do whatever you want. Be as creative as you want when you're serving this dish. Now, I'm going to teach you how to use this pasta dough to make your own spaghetti. Are you ready? Now, there are some fun things that you could do with your extra dough, like make your own spaghetti. You could make your own sauce and have a lot of fun with it. To teach you how to do this, Olivia is here with the pasta machine. Okay, now, remember how we got it to be this flat? We put it through 1, then 2, then 4. Skip 3. Always remember that. Now, this is very easy. Instead of making the raviolis, you insert it into this big pasta bowl and you crank it. Make sure when it comes out that you hold on to it.
Crank it.
See, Olivia has to make sure they don't stick together, so she has to hold on to it. Now you move it over to the flour canvas, and then you have your spaghetti. You guys, I've had a great time with you. Now remember, the spaghetti and the raviolis, they're delicious. And everyone can do it. We did it, why can't you? Okay, now you guys, have a great Italian dinner. Thank you, and have a good night. Now, you probably think you're almost done, but you just have a few more steps to do before you can eat them. Abby, get out of the picture.
Spaghetti!
It's too soft.
Okay,
Spaghetti! Spaghetti!
own.
Spaghetti!
Okay, Abby. Secondly,
Sir, you also
my
need
sister.
So you need it. You need
Claire, it's videotaping.
You put in 2 cups of eggs, and then you put a little bit of salt, and then you
Exactly.
and then you
Abby, I have to say my line.
you might want a little bit of flour on it, and then Claire, what are you? She pulled it off.
Sibling fighting. Okay, the next.
Hey!
Great, Olivia, you just ruined it. I've just fixed it up, and then you had to push me.
The first time you roll it, you need to be on 1.
And on the ones that are cylinders instead of the little spiky things.
Claire, you seriously, if you do this one more time until you want to eat them, then after, when you have the next we're going to teach you how you could use the same pasta to make your own pasta